everything seems to be working good, and we are live. All right. Hello, hello, and welcome. Alrighty, so for today, I am working on something new. I'm going to be working on these teeny tiny little canvases, 2 inches by 3 inches. So they are teeny. And why not make it some fan art? So lately I've been on a Edge Runner kick, so well, Edge Runners is it's been one of my favorite animes ever since it came out. So and I'm just rewatching it and that kind of stuff, and I was like, you know what, I really want to paint Rebecca and Lucy, so why not? Hey, that's Win. Hi, Win. How you doing? Hello. What do you think? Which one first, Rebecca or Lucy? I'm thinking Rebecca. You know what? Becca is best girl. Let's do Becca first. So we'll start with this painting. So for mixing up the colors, we'll put this painting aside, and I'll bring the palette forward. Aww. Thank you, Win, for the sub. Thank you. I appreciate you. Aww. That really means a lot. It always means a lot. Thank you. Yes, I agree. Becca is best girl. All right, so we're gonna need some white. And her hair's like mint, so we're gonna need some cerulean blue and green. I know, and nothing against Lucy. I love Lucy as well. Lucy is awesome. I think sometimes that gets shadowed because I am actually a huge fan of Lucy. Originally, when I first saw Edge Runners, I was gonna cosplay Lucy. Like, as soon as I saw her, I'm like, oh, I'm cosplaying her. And then once they introduced Rebecca, I was like, nah, I want to be the tiny one. Where is the green? Here's the green. She is small. Yes. I actually do. I have like a casual Lucy right now. It's more fit for like club nightlife vibe Lucy. It's kind of my own variation of her. But with the wig that I got, I do eventually one day want to modify it to make it like official, and I do want to get her cosplay. I'm still debating if I make it or if I just purchase it. Part of me really wants to make it, but and of course I would have to buy a pattern. Making a pattern for that outfit's a little beyond me. I think I would end up spending more time trying to figure the pattern out than actually sewing the whole thing. So, but I kind of, yeah, we'll see. But with all my projects and all that kind of stuff, I might end up just purchasing a Lucy cosplay just because I get so busy, like kind of like how my Zoe from K-pop Demon Hunters was. I wanted to make that cosplay so bad, but at the time I was like, okay, this is my deadline, which was UwuCon last year, and I had so much work to do. I was like, okay, it's either I may spend all my time working on a Zoe cosplay and I have nothing for my new show, or I work on the new show and I buy the Zoe cosplay. So I'm like, okay, I can't not make new stuff for my show. So, oh no, is the fairy bot not open? It looks like the fairy bot's not up. Huh. Interesting. I'll have to ask Ka about that later. Don't worry about it right now, Win. I know Mr. Ka has been having problems with his internet, so it's possible possible that the fairy bot's not active today. Fairy bot fell asleep. She is sleepy bot right now. Alrighty, so for our best girl, Rebecca, I'm trying to figure out what I should make the background color. Because you see so little of it. I'm trying to think what would match, what would go nice against that mint colored hair, because that's like majority of what it's gonna be. I don't think I want to go the traditional yellow background. Like that you see in all the cyberpunk, you know, it's like that fluorescent yellow that's on all the uh posters and everything. I don't think I want to go there. Because I really want her to pop out. Also, too, it's gonna be just like it's gonna look like a line of for fluorescent yellow, and I think that'll look weird in this composition being so small. I think what might be better is maybe like a really dark blue black. I think maybe a purple black, actually. That might be it. I'll do purple black. That will look good. I don't know if you guys have ever seen mint and purple together, but that's a great combo. Hey, it's Eva Leia. Hi, Eva Leia. How you doing? I'm good. I'm good. I'm just finished up art class. Now trying to be in the moment here. That's why I was running late, because I got out of class a little bit later, just because I was like cleaning stuff up and got out of class at a decent time. But it's kind of like you know, I get out of a class at 3, and then now I'm at 4, so it's a boom boom, one after the other. So I'm a little trying to get used to being in the moment right here. Ah! Hi, Ka. How you doing? Thank you for joining, Ka. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Win. How you doing, Ka? I don't know if I asked you or not. But good. I'm glad to hear everyone's doing good. All right, so let's, you know what? I like this idea of like a dark, like black purple background. I want to figure out where can I mix it. I'll just mix it right here. So I actually make all my own purples. So I take a bit of this permanent pink, and then I also take French ultramarine. And I think it's a little bit too much blue, add a bit more pink. I like mixing my purples better than purchasing, because this way I feel like I can just, out of 2 tubes of paint, I can really get a full range of purples, because between these 2 colors I can have either bluey purples or pinky purples. Just depending on how much of the pink or the blue that I mix up together. Now it's looking a little too pinky. Let's do more on the blue. There we go. And you know what might be cool? I'm gonna mix in some of that cerulean blue. And something that I really like about the cyberpunk aesthetic is the neon colors, and especially cyan and magenta is super prominent in the universe. So I think I'm gonna add a little bit of this blue light to the background as well. That'll be fun. Let's add a touch of green to this cyan. Aww. Well, sending you digital hugs, Evo Leia. Glad you're doing good. And I'm good. I'm doing good. Hey, it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Awesome. Your birthday's almost around the corner. That's cool. Isaac, what are you going to do for your birthday? Do you have any plans? Are you going to go do something fun? And I think I'm going to get a bit more black too. And also, too, I want to say a special thank you to Ka. He is the one who got me these tiny canvases and actually came up with this idea. And I ran with it. I was like, wait, this sounds like so much fun. This sounds cute. I really like the idea of making teeny art. I like tiny things. I like making teeny tiny things. So I feel like with these tiny canvases, I should have a tiny palette, but no. All right. And tiny brushes, which I already have tiny brushes, but like miniature. Here we go. You know what? I'm gonna bring my palette closer to me. Go, this teeny one. What? That's so sad, Isaac. One man party. Aw, that's sad. What do you mean no one remembers your birthday? I'm gonna cry. Aww. Isaac, if we lived closer, I would say let's go do something fun for your birthday. You will not be forgotten. Right. So, I'm just gonna start by painting the corners. I'm wanting to still have that, like, even though there isn't much of a background to this, I still want that, like, very night city vibe. Aww. I'm sorry to hear that, Isaac, that your grandma lives so far away. That's nice, at least she still calls you. That's good. Alrighty, now I'm taking this black purple color and adding it to the background. sorry, Evil Leia. I'm sorry to hear that too. Aw, too bad we don't all live closer. Then I'd say let's just have one big old birthday party. And no one has to be alone for their birthday. Evil Leia, I'm gonna cry too. Aww. Here we go. And then I'm just blending the blue black, or the black purple into the blue. See, there's just like a little bit of this like tiny bit of highlight, and you're like, well, what's the point of that? Don't worry, I have a vision in my head. I'm going to actually add those blue reflections onto Rebecca so it won't look just so weird. Can I go along the edge here? Aww, I'm sorry to hear that, Isaac, that your cousins were a no-show. That's lame. I'm sorry, but that is lame. Aww. You know what? I bet they missed out on a fun party. I think I missed some messages. Oh, welcome back, Win. Welcome back. There we go. Hee hee, little Rebecca. I know. I wish that they did. I agree with you, Isaac. I think that's uncool that they just left you. They should have invited you to go to that party. But still, though, like, your party came first. Or they should have just invited you. Aww. That's sweet of you, Win. Yeah, why don't you guys get together on Discord? That'd be fun. I'm learning something with these tiny things. They're so small that I'm like, how am I going to be able to pick these up without touching them? And I'm thinking, I have an idea. I didn't think of this before. I have these little cardboard sheets. I think I'm gonna slip it on here. That way I can move the canvas around, but not touch the sides of the paint. Haha! Look at that. Didn't even have to put down these newspapers either. I could just flip it around like this. Oh, that works good. Why didn't I think of this before? I haven't worked on tiny canvases before. So, I'm gonna put this aside, bring forward my paint palette, and I'm going to work on some mint colored hair, which is basically the cerulean blue with the verdier green. Like that color. But I'm going to add in a lot more white. Oh my gosh, the party was in France? Wow. Well, wait a minute. That's very like last minute to just be like, oh, let's get up and go to France. That's super cool. Yeah, they should have invited you. I'm sorry your cousins were kind of being poopy heads. That's so uncool. You know what? And I'm gonna get some more white because I will need it. Bringing this back forward. Here we go. Grab my tiny brush, and then you'll see I'm gonna add in this blue highlight here, and then that's gonna be the reflective light from the blue in the background. Also gonna get her shoulder in there. I don't know with these tiny canvases if I'll need a second layer necessarily. I'm expecting yes, because I'm treating this like a normal oil painting. Wait, really? Wait, who has a shared birthday? I think I missed some messages. I'm so sorry. Aww. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember that, Isaac. Wait, really? Wait, Eva Leia, your birthday's also shared with Isaac? What? That's cool. That's so cool. What? Yeah, what are the odds of that? That's very. That's so cool. That's so funny. Oh, hold on. There is a message that I have to answer. I'm so sorry, everyone. Mm, okay. I am back. I'm so sorry. I had a message to answer that I just had to get to. So I'm sorry about that. I'm not the fastest typer. I wish I was a lot faster. Oh my gosh, there are just some people that are super fast at typing, and I am not. So sorry you had to watch me for a minute type rather than rather than paint. It's like, come on, girl, that's what we're here for. Yeah, but I'm back now. I'm back. See, there we go. See, now the blue is kind of coming through here, being a little more reflective. And then I'll go right in with her mint color hair. And I do have like a deeper mint color too that I'm planning on using for all the darker shadows. Okay, this is kind of fun working on such a small canvas. I guess I'm so used to already working on tiny details. That this doesn't really make me go, oh my gosh, so tiny. Now drawing this though, oh my god. The first canvas that I drew on, I kind of messed up on it. I tried to draw little Rebecca on it and it does. So with canvases, if you erase, there's like smudge lines. That's what happened to her eyebrow right here. And the whole thing just turned into like a big smudge mark. So I'm thinking on that canvas, I'm gonna have to paint over it and then I can redraw it. No, I like to keep that part kind of a mystery, Evolea. Some things I just like to keep people wondering and thinking. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. Wait, giving away free necklaces? What? What kind of necklaces is Taco Bell giving out? Is it like taco necklaces? You know, with little taco charms? Little Crunchwrap Supreme charms? Isaac, are you gonna go and get a Taco Bell necklace? If you do, I'm curious to see what kind of necklaces they are giving out. No, I don't want one. I'm good, but I'm just curious. All right. You will try. Yep. All right. Well, I hope you get the necklace you want. And I hope it's something cool. Yeah, this will definitely need a second layer. But you know what? I think this first layer is coming along pretty good. And we'll see how long this first painting takes me to do. Doo -doo -doo. And if I have extra time, then I'll start on the Lucy painting. If not, that's all right. Yeah, especially with how light her hair is supposed to be, and it's mixing with this, the graphite. It's getting a little muddled. So, second layer will definitely have to be needed. Aw, thank you, Evil Leia. You're too kind. Here we are. Yeah, I thought it'd be cute. I love making like tiny things, and I thought that it would be fun to, well, it was Ka originally who thought of the tiny canvases, but then once he asked me would I be interested, I started thinking about it and I'm like, wait a minute, this could be or something super, super cute. I want to bring Rebecca to a con again someday soon. Don't know when. Hey, it's Nacho! Hi, Nacho! How you doing? Do you see? It's a teeny tiny Rebecca painting. It's so small. Teeny tiny. How you doing, Nacho? What you up to? How was your day? A cake quest? Okay, Isaac, that sounds like fun. What kind of cake quest are we going on? What kind of cake are we searching for? Good. Glad you're doing good, Nacho. Hey, me too. I'm also very tired. Very, very tired. I did get to bed earlier than I normally do, but I made this stupid decision to think that I could let the cats be in my room as I slept. And Clove is good. Clove actually was cute. I brought her and she slept at the foot of my bed and she was nice. Like she just stayed there and she's like, okay, I'm cozy here. And you know what? I admit, I like having a cat at the foot of my bed. I think it brings me comfort. I think they're sweet. I like their company. But then there was Ivy. And Ivy decided that we were going to pull an all nighter and we were going to play. And by the first time I realized that she was not going to sleep and she was just going to play, I should have kicked her out of my room. But I kept getting out of bed to like take her off my counters or get her out from behind my TV set. And I kept giving her chances and chances, and I shouldn't have given her so many chances. Don't ask me why I did. I think I have wishful thinking that she's gonna get the idea and stop, but I have to realize that she's not. So I was up a lot, constantly getting up. I eventually kicked her out. Um, and then, I don't know, fell asleep right after that. Got up and yeah, so she kept me up. Naughty kitty. I could say naughty kitty, but at the same time I know it's partially my fault. I should have just kicked her out from the beginning. All right, a four flavored cake: vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, and caramel. Ooh, okay, Isaac, that cake sounds very, very good and very decadent, and I want a slice. We're gonna find this cake. Absolutely. You know what's funny, Win? Is that I'm really not a nap taker. I don't take naps. I am. It's rare if I ever take a nap. And even if I'm super tired, it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't do that. Ooh, if I could be an animal, which one would I be? I'd love to be a house cat. I'd like to sleep in a nice, cozy window and that kind of stuff. I think that would be nice. All right, now I'm gonna make. You know what? I'm gonna just make the black for her jacket, but I don't think I should start there. I think strategically I should start with her face, just because it's so light that I'm worried that if I paint the jacket then go for like her face and the neck and the tattoos, it's just gonna get muddled. Um, so you know what? I do have it mixed here now. Now I have the black jacket color, but I'm gonna mix her skin tone. Now, Rebecca's skin tone confused me at first when I first cosplayed her, because it's like, what color is it even? I want to make sure you guys can see this. Yeah. What even color is it? Because some scenes it looks blue, some scenes it looks pink. Turns out it canon, it's actually like, um, it is like white, like pasty white, like the exact color here. Why in scenes it looks pink or blue is because it's reflective from the reflective light of the pink and the cyan of the city lights in the cyberpunk universe. And also, too, you can't have anything that just looks flat neutral color because it just won't have any dimension to it. So it's easy for white to either have a hue of pink or a hue of blue. In some case, depending on what it is, it's kind of like black. How when I mix up dark colors, I never just use black paint. I use a little bit of a color of something. Even like I just did with her jacket, and just mix a little green with it. Same concept. So I'm going to mix, I have white here, and since I'm using a blue light in the background, I'm going to mix like the tiniest amount of blue. And you know what? I kind of want some pink in here too, because I don't want her to look completely blue. I do want to add some color in her face, especially in her cheeks and in her nose. So I'm going to get some white here and a bit of this permanent rose. I'm gonna have to be careful because this stuff is potent. Yeah, that's even, I think, too much pink. Didn't want to use up all the white that I served myself, but I guess I'm doing that. There we go. Ooh, nice. Nice win. Gonna get some pizza. Alrighty. And you know what? I'm gonna start with my kind of my lightest pink. Yeah, and definitely with how pale she is. I think I'm gonna need several layers for sure. I actually love this. I I like working on small things, and I feel like this is like my very own, like those mini creates. Create a tiny painting. Or my very own miniature. Hello, I see someone new here. Hi, is it Pen? Oh, Penman Inc. Hello, Penman. Welcome. Yes, I'm doing teeny art. And sorry if you were here for a minute. And sometimes I kind of like lose myself in my art. So, and then I remember, oh, I have a chat to look at. So, and thank you, Penman Inc., for the follow, too. I'm always doing something new here, always doing some kind of art. It can be a mixture of painting, cosplay, always something new here. Today it is tiny paintings, miniatures, which is new to me. We're both working on Becca. What? Wait, I'm curious. Nacho, you're. Oh, wait, I know what you're talking about. Yes. Okay, I think you have more ideas for that photo shoot. I'm not gonna say anything yet, but Nacho and I might be cooking something up related to Rebecca. Alrighty, Nacho. See you in a little. Bye bye. Thank you for stopping by. And when I was mixing up my skin colors, I should have mixed up also her tattoo colors because I had the pink and the white, but oh well. And as for her cyberware, I think I'm going to wait to do that on the second layer of this painting. Which we'll have to wait till next time. I know this session will be a part 2. We'll have a part 2 to it. I know everyone's been really excited about tiny paintings, so I won't work on these off stream, I promise. I might work on some other ones, but not these cyberpunk ones. Here, I'll put the Lucy one in frame so you guys can look at what will be next. Derp. And I kind of want to do other Edgerunner characters too. Like I was being asked on my on the socials yesterday, will I be like drawing David too, or is it just the girls? And I'm like, no, I kind of want to do also. I want to make a miniature painting too of David. I think that would be cool. You know what? And I'm mixing up some shading right now because the light blue that I made is a little too light. It's a little bit too much of the same hue. Same with this pink. Complicated for such a little thing, huh? Yeah, I got these tiny canvases and I'm like, I gotta do something cool. I can't just do something, can't just paint like a little silly heart on it or something. Gotta do something awesome. Yeah, we're gonna do something cool. I'll announce stuff when things are more set in stone. Have to get even a smaller brush. A teeny tiny brush. Even smaller than the one I was using, yes. I'm having fun with these. Maybe a little too much fun. Something's looking weird with her cyberware. Ah, there we go. I know you can hardly see the change, but it's there. And it'll be more noticeable in the second layer. So this one's so small that she probably won't be a print. Just because I don't know how she's going to look so tiny. But I'll probably make stickers of her. It's funny because my 4-inch stickers will be bigger than this, so I don't know if I'll end up making into 3-inch stickers. I do have 3-inch stickers. I think they turned out really small. It's funny, the stickers will be bigger than the painting, but probably. Yeah. And I mean, it would be cool to make these into charms as well, but I don't know, I'm kind of leery. People seem to really like the charms that are full characters, not just something that is cut off. So, will probably be another project. I would like to make my Rebecca charms because that would be a lot of fun. There we go. Okay, I kind of like painting these tiny faces too. I know. It looks like I messed up her nose, but I swear I didn't. Sorry. These details, I swear, are like taking extra concentration out of me. Part of me is like wondering, do I go more anime with it? Do I go more my normal, like my realistic style with it? So I'm also kind of playing with styles here. Yeah, at one point I was like, what if I made it more realistic? And then I was like, no, more anime. And now I'm going back to the realism part. Who would know that such a little thing would be so tedious? Gosh, and I was just at porcelain painting with tiny details there, painting some tiny mice. You know, Eva Leia, feel free to DM me anytime. Feel free to ask me whenever. Something is throwing me off about this face. Sorry, everyone. You're all seeing it all upside down the whole process. But something with the nose. I don't know. I'll come back to it. I'll figure it out later. Sometimes overworking an area is not a good idea. You just have to move on. All right, Win, what's your chibi commission? What would you like me to paint in chibi form? I'm curious. Aw, yeah, that would be cool, Evil Leia. I would be so happy to paint one of your characters. Yes, absolutely. And I think that sounds like fun too. I want to read your books. Evil Leia, what's your next book? What are you working on? If it's okay to ask. If you're like, no, I'm keeping it as a secret for to do a big reveal, I totally understand that. Don't want to ruin the big reveal time. Oh, yes. I remember. I remember now when. Sorry, it took me a minute. I was like, huh? Yeah. All right. Still not the happiest with her nose. Something's weird is going on. It's possible it just looks weird because it needs like a second layer to it. Yeah, I think that's maybe what it is. So that's probably what it is. But here, I'll turn it more right side so you guys can see it. And I'll paint upside down now. Painting upside down is a weird skill I have, but I got it. Comes from doing henna art. There we go. I know, right? Such a teeny tiny thing. Alright, and then I'm gonna go into the neck and the tattoo. And I'm actually going to grab some of the blue that I used as the light behind her, that same blue, and use that as the shading underneath. Yeah, I remember the goatfish. Yeah. The Capricorn character. I could draw her as a chibi. That'd be fun. There we go. And continue around the tattoo. Aww. I like the idea, Evilay, of your stories. I like that it takes place in a fantasy world. Anything fantasy, I pretty much like. Ooh, in a detective story? So is the detective in like a fantasy world? I like a good story that has twists and turns to it. It's always a good one. Aw, that's cool, Win. Yeah. Keep writing, guys. Keep writing, keep sharing, keep creating. And I hope when one day I get to read your story too. Okay. I don't know. We'll figure out this nose later. Noses are the hardest for me when it comes to faces. That's what I always struggle with. Noses. I always manage to get them crooked or completely the wrong shape. But I think the more I work on it, the more I'm just going to overwork the paint, which is not good. Don't want to overwork the paint. So I think I'll just have to leave it there. I'm not 100% with the nose. Don't make fun of it. Needs a little bit of work. There we go. Alrighty. He is so small. Sounds good. Oh, that sounds like fun, Evolea. I like it when like all the story, like there's a bunch of stories and they all like tie in together. It's always fun. Exactly. Small painting for small gremlin. Our favorite little gremlin here. I'm gonna look at another different reference picture. There we go. Wanted to make sure I fully understood her tattoo, even though I kind of have it in my head at this point, but don't want to make any mistakes. Wait, hold on. I think I see something with her nose. Something just clicked in my head. Sorry, this happens a lot where I'll be working on something and I'm like, wait, I think I solved my problem. I know, very slight, small adjustments. But I think, you know what? I think I got it. I think I got it. And there will be a second layer anyway. Too. Yeah, maybe I'll have to make it into little charms after I'll win. There we go. We'll see if I even finish this first layer in this stream. I think I will. Alright, so now I know. Oh, there's Mochi. That one layer takes about 2 hours on these teeny tiny paintings. I don't know if I should call them teeny tiny paintings or if I should call them miniature paintings. Still trying to think of a name to call this collection. She is a good doggo. I agree, Mochi is good. She is a good doggo. Alrighty, so I think that's the first layer good for her face, which I knew was gonna take the longest. And now for her jacket, remember earlier when I mixed up some green and some black? I'm gonna use the same green. You know what? This brush I think is too small for this part. Can you believe it? A tiny brush too small? There we go. Awesome. Nope. I'm gonna try to paint the bottom part of this painting, but not touch no touching the actual painting itself. And I'm gonna also spin it around. I'm holding down this side. There we go. Cute. I know, that would be really cool if she came to a local con. Oh my gosh, I know that her line would be really long too. Especially with all the cyberpunk stuff I see around. My goal is to finish the first layer here before the end of the stream. I feel like I can get her jacket done and her headband done in that time, but I am a little worried about getting to her eyes. I don't know if I can get to her eyes in time, but we'll see. I'm gonna try. You know, I think I paint faster in my head because I have like Lucy here off to the side, and I was stressing today. I'm like, oh no, what if I get done with those two paintings? What do I do with the remainder time of the stream? Nope. Rebecca ended up taking up the whole time. There we go. Try my best working around these teeny details. Maybe I should do a big painting 2 version of this. I do have more ideas of like Rebecca in more of an environment. I also have some like Lucy ideas, David and Lucy ideas. I know no one does art of Kiwi, but I actually have Kiwi ideas too. Yeah, like Kiwi is kind of cool. She was kind of like freaky looking with the like red trench coat and the mask and everything. Oh, okay. I got confused by a second with the perspective since I'm drawing upside down. I did confuse myself, but I didn't make that, like, big of a mistake. Okay, there we go. Um, yes, I eat like the kiwi, the fruit. Without the skin. I don't know. Do you eat it with the skin, Evo Leia? I didn't think that the skin of the kiwi was edible. I think it's like all spiny and itchy. I don't think that would be good. I don't know. Are there some others that eat it with the skin? Mm. You know, that sounds like fun, Isaac. I don't know how much help I would be in this pizza eating challenge, but I'll try. The most I can ever eat is like 2 slices of pizza. Normally I just have one. So I'm not I'm afraid I won't be much help where I eat very little. But I'll wish the rest of you best of luck. And thank you for the invite. Here we go. I gotta add some more, it's looking a little flat. Add some highlights in here. There we go. pizza pot pie. Well, Win, that sounds very interesting. Pizza pot pie. How would you even make like a pizza pot pie? What even is a pizza pot pie? Win, you must explain more. I'm very curious. So you would have like the crust like a normal pot pie, right? But then I would imagine instead of like chicken or peas and gravy, would it just be like pepperoni and cheese? I don't know if my stomach would like that. I have a feeling I'd be very sick after eating that. Here we go. Almost done with the headband. Almost done. Wonder if there's any kind of function with this headband. Or if it's just fashionable. Sometimes I wonder that in this, like, I feel like so many things might be just fashion, but also things might have a function to them. Oh my gosh, it's already time. Well, I will go a little over. I think I was like 10 minutes late, so I'll go over a little extra 10. Maybe 5 or 10. I can't cuz got things going on, so I can't stay too long, but since I was late. I'll go a little bit over. I feel bothered too that I'm not going to get to her eyes. I don't like this. I do want to get to her eyes. All right. So, you know what? The green's not going to take that long. I'm going to get to her eyes. I can't just leave the. It's so silly to me. All right. Let's make some lime green. So I'll put this aside, bring this forward, and all right, I gotta remember, how do I make electric green again? Because I don't have it as an actual paint color, because oh my gosh, the tube of, oh, I didn't know that that paint was not dry. Okay, that's fine. If it was to get electric green paint, I think it's called permanent lime green. A small tube of it is like $50 or something like that, and I'm like, nah, I can just make my own. And that's what I've been doing. There's some pigments or oil paints that are very expensive. I think it's the minerals that go into the paint that are so expensive. And I still have red mixed up, and that's what Rebecca's eyes are. It's red and this lime green and the lime green of the jacket, so I might be able to actually finish her eyes too, which will be cool. Yeah, yeah, blood. You're gonna take on the big legendary pizza pie. You know what, man? I said go for it. Must be very, very hungry then. There we go. Alright. I think that's a pretty good lime green color. Maybe add some white to it. Yeah, look at that. Maybe a little bit more yellow. There we go. And then I have some red here, which is not old because it was just a couple of days ago I was working on the chibis. So looks like I'll have to reactivate this red. Add some turpentine to it. Add some more pigment. There we go. Alright, putting my palette aside. Bringing this forward. This little cardboard is definitely very needed when it comes to painting these tiny canvases. I'm gonna have to remember that for the future of all of them. I have tinier cardboards too, which I might go get afterwards. It's in the other room. Didn't want to leave the stream just to get it. I'm like, wait, I think I have a tiny cardboard, and I did. I know, right? Sorry. I'm just all of a sudden I got like gotta get this done energy. I think this is an absolute adorable painting. For sure having a lot of fun with it. And I really like these teeny tiny paintings. This is fun. Definitely want to make more characters, not just cyberpunk ones, but other characters from other fandoms or creatures, fairies, dragons, all kinds of fun things. I think that would be a lot of fun. Alrighty, so now for her eyes. So it's kind of like they're lime green in color, and then she has like red pupils and red insides. And I think, honestly, I'm gonna do what I normally do, which is paint the color in the whites of the eyes first, and then I'll do the pupil in the second layer. I always wondered what was like, um, what's the ability with her eyes? Like, what can she see additionally that, like, we can't? And I believe it's not just cosmetic. I have a feeling that there is a function. Like, maybe she can see a whole other spectrum of colors. Or is it like, can she see, like, kind of like a, like, hot and cold, like a heat cam kind of thing? Because I bet you she got upgraded eyes with something, some kind of ability. Alrighty, almost done. I'm just gonna finish up this eye here, and then I'll call it there for today. There we go. Her eyes do look really freaky. I know they're supposed to look freaky though, right? And I'll actually add like reflection and shadow to them. In the second layer. What's going on? Okay. Just touching up little things here and there. And there we go. I'm gonna blend inside that one eye with my really, really, really small brush. And then I'm gonna just use this brush here. Soften up the bottom lid. I know it's the tiniest touch of work, huh? There we go. Here's little Rebecca. Aw, good. I'm glad you find it calming, Evolea. Aw, thank you. Here we go. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. I'm glad you feel so. Aw, and thank you, Ka, for the Kirby catching stars. The yay! Alrighty. Yeah, I'm really happy with the way she looks. She looks super, super cool. Just the start, it's just the first layer. So second layer will have even more details and all that good stuff in it. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I appreciate you all. This was so much fun. I really, really like making these tiny paintings. I think it's just, I think it'll be a lot of fun to continue making more of these in the future. It's a good challenge too. It's a good, like, I have such a tiny surface. What do I do on it? Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. And thank you, Evolea, for the hearts. Alrighty, everyone. I will be back on Tuesday, my normal time again. So back in the morning time. Since porcelain painting is over for the summer, stream times will resume to the normal of how it's always been. So what I'll work on, not completely sure. It's probably gonna see what my weekend ends up looking like. I might continue working on these. I might continue working on the chibis. I also have some commissions that are sorta in the works, but I don't know if I'll get started next week on them. I'm just talking to people, so gonna see what's gonna go on about those commissions. So yeah, so it's either gonna be this or commission work for Tuesday or Accelerator Search Chilies. Just depends. Alrighty, well, thank you everyone for joining. You are all wonderful to hang out with, and I will see you all next week on Tuesday. Have an awesome weekend. Stay creative. All right, and I'll see you guys later. Alrighty, bye.